Hey guys, welcome to another video from Futurism. In this video today, we will tell you everything we know so far about the SpaceX Mechazilla. But before we do, make sure to stick with us till the end as we reveal what inspired Elon Musk to choose the name Mechazilla. Elon Musk is making all our Transformer dreams come true. In his race to colonize Mars by 2050, he has created a giant mechanical arm called the Mechazilla. It has been designed to catch the Super Heavy and its Super Heavy booster as they return to Earth. Yes, a giant Transformer-like arm will catch a massive rocket in midair. Only Elon Musk can turn sci-fi into reality. The Boca Chica Launch Complex at SpaceX has been buzzing with activity in recent weeks. The facility's Mechazilla launch tower has acquired a massive set of steel arms, in addition to the SN20 prototype, conducting a static fire test with 3 of its latest Raptor engines. These arms will be responsible for catching spent Starships and Super Heavy rockets as they return to Earth after they are merged with the 135-meter tower. Missions will also be prepared by stacking first stage rockets with Starships and refilling these parts for the next launch at the tower. The launch tower is an important part of Elon Musk's orbital launch site project for Boca Chica in this regard. Boca Chica will become a spaceflight center where launches and retrievals will be undertaken on a regular basis after the Starship passes its orbital flight test. Several parts will be added to the OLS as part of its ground support equipment location, in addition to the launch tower. Additional fuel tanks, water tanks, pipes, a pumping station, and other amenities are expected to be included. SpaceX will also be able to launch, collect, refuel, and relaunch its spacecraft using the launch tower and the GSE together, providing quick reusability and little turnaround time. What can Mechazilla do? In January of 2021, Elon Musk revealed the latest in his plan to increase the number of flights. You see, if he plans to build a city on Mars by 2050, he needs to reduce turnaround time for his rockets drastically. For this purpose, his company SpaceX designed Mechazilla, a gigantic robotic arm designed to catch rockets as they come back to Earth. This is in line with the plan that both the Starship and the Super Heavy will have no landing gear of any kind, not even rudimentary legs to stabilize objects. Mechazilla will have 3 arms and will serve as a service station for launch sets when they are ready to be installed at the base. Once completed, it will enable SpaceX to launch the Starships up to 3 times per day. This definitely helps Elon Musk and his overambitious goals, which estimate at least 10,000 flights are needed over the next 30 years to build a city on Mars by 2050. Twitter reveal Musk shared this idea in response to a tweet made by an animator who goes by the Twitter handle ErkX, who asked if his latest render was accurate. As usual, Musk responded via Twitter saying, "We're going to try to catch the Super Heavy booster with the launch tower arm, using the grid fins to take the load. Saves mass and cost of legs and enables immediate repositioning of booster onto the launch mount, ready to refly in under an hour." SpaceX's dreams of going very big with Mechazilla. As revealed by Musk himself in December 2020, SpaceX plans to build the Mechazilla with massive arms. These arms will be capable of catching the Super Heavy booster as it returns to Earth. Elon Musk has chosen the nickname Mechazilla himself, and you'll have to keep watching as we reveal his inspiration behind the name. Before that, let's see how far SpaceX has come in creating the Mechazilla. SpaceX has started work at an increasingly accelerated speed at the Starbase launch tower in Texas. There is a lot of floating information about what part is the Mechazilla exactly. But according to a tweet made by Elon Musk, the Mechazilla is the Starship launch tower that catches the giant rocket booster. After the revelation of Mechazilla in January 2021, preparations began at the Starbase to install its giant arms. These arms were designed to lift, stack, and even catch Starships and Super Heavy boosters right in midair. According to Musk, they will be able to absorb impact and accurately raise or lower their positions, theoretically allowing rockets and spacecraft returning from space to be caught by them from the air. The first of the structure's 3 main arms began to be built in early June 2021. The Quick Disconnect arm, The company lifted and installed the Starship Quick Disconnect arm at the orbital launch tower by the end of August 2021. According to Musk, the Quick Disconnect arm will hold and stabilize Starship above the Super Heavy rocket booster, stacked on the launch mount. It can also be used to transport fuel to Starship just before the launch. This was followed by the installation of a claw-like appendage, a month later, meant to grab on boosters. However, since its reveal, the show of the Mechazilla has been on the robotic chopsticks, a term that the development team behind Mechazilla has given to the part meant to lift and catch rockets, just like you would use chopsticks to pick up your favorite sushi. The prefabricated catch arm parts began to arrive at Starbase by the end of July. After a month, the basic structure of the chopsticks was complete, with only some plumbing, wiring, and structural additions left. SpaceX then lifted the carriage for the catch arms. This carriage will serve as the backbone that will hold both arms together and attach them to the launch tower vertically. The latest update on Mechazilla is there is no specific date for us to see the whole system in action. Musk has always been elusive in this regard, but since June, SpaceX has been working at a fast pace on its projects. The Starship's orbital flight test plans anticipate an execution as early as 2021, so it shouldn't be long. As the latest update, we know that SpaceX has now lifted, flipped, and staged all three components of the Mechazilla rocket catcher. This includes two arms measuring some 36 feet from tip to tower, currently hanging from both of SpaceX's largest star-based cranes. The SpaceX teams must now install massive steel pins to turn those three separate components, the two catch arms and a carriage-like base, into one integrated structure. This structure needs to then be prepared to install on the exterior of the first Starship launch tower. What the Mechazilla could look like, you ask? Even though SpaceX is yet to reveal their original designs or animation of how they predict the Mechazilla to look like, SpaceX enthusiasts on Twitter have created animations keeping in mind the finished tower at the base that stands at about 145 meters in height. The latest comes again from ErkX, who used the completed tower as the starting point for his latest animation. The animation is captioned Mechazilla, less than 1 hour turnaround, and shows a fully operational tower catching a spent Super Heavy booster, which just returned from deploying a Starship to orbit and transferring it to the launch stand. The actuator arms then turn into grab on to another Starship and stack it on top of the Super Heavy. We also see secondary arms move into place once the Starship and Super Heavy are stacked, likely a support arm. Musk let ErkX know how close he was to capturing the tower. Pretty close. Boosters and arms will move faster. QD arm will be a steady booster for a shipmate, he tweeted, followed by, and the ship will be caught by Mechazilla 2. As with the booster, no landing legs. Those are only needed for the Moon and Mars until there is a local infrastructure. Who is Mechazilla? So finally we come to the question that must be itching your mind. Why did Elon Musk choose the nickname for this magnificent structure, the Mechazilla? Well, fans and enthusiasts believe it is likely a reference to the Japanese character Mechagodzilla from the Godzilla movie franchise. There is a robotic version of Godzilla that faces off with the original Godzilla in the 1974 film Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting updates. Until next time.